to all of us, especially to our professor, Doc Hestofa. Today, I am going to report and share to you the organizational structure in the Philippine education system, reported by yours truly, Naleza G. Lamanta. In this report, we have these objectives. First, organize the major structural components of our educational system. Second, categorize and distinguish the relevance of each structural in our educational system. As we all know that education is very necessary for each and everyone in order to improve our knowledge. It plays a great role in our career growth and as well as in our personal growth. Next are the three components or the structural components in our education system. First will be the DepEd or the Department of Education. Okay, to carry out its mandates and objectives, the department is organized into two major structural components. The central office maintains the overall administration of basic education at the national level. The field offices are responsible for the regional and local coordination and administration of the department's mandate. This is the organizational structural chart for central office. Okay, so first thing we have Office of the Secretary or the OSEC. Under of these are the Teacher Education Council Secretariat and Internal Audit Service. So under the Teacher Education Council Secretariat, we have curriculum instruction, finance administration, and strategic management. So under the Teacher Education Council Secretariat, first, governance and operations, field operations, regional offices, school division offices, and schools and learning centers. And under the Internal Audit Service will be the legal and legislative affairs. So this is the structured organizational chart in DepEd Central Office. Next. So this is the regional level. So Office of the Regional Director and legal unit, ICT unit, and down below, as we can see in the PowerPoint. RA 9155 is an act instituting a framework of governance for basic education, establishing authority and accountability, renaming the Department of Education, Culture, and Sports as the Department of Education and for other process. This RA, the department should have no more than 4 undersecretaries and 4 assistant secretaries with at least 1 undersecretary and 1 assistant secretary who are career service officers chosen among the staff of the department. Next. DepEd management structure. So, in DepEd, we have the management structure. At present, the department operates with 4 undersecretaries in areas of: first, programs and projects; second, regional operations; third, finance and administration and legal affairs. Another management structure of DepEd. Under the Office of Secretary, at the central office are the different services, bureaus, and centers. So we have services, bureaus, and centers. So first, services. What is the service of DepEd? First, administrative service. Second, financial and management system. Third, human resource. Fourth, development service. Fifth, planning service. Sixth, technical service. And we will go now to bureaus. Bureau of Elementary Education. Bureau of Secondary Education. Bureau of Non-Formal Education. And the last will be the centers or units. National Educational Testing and Research Center. So these are the national or the center units of DepEd. These are the centers units of DepEd. National Education Testing and Research Center, Health and Nutrition Center, National Educators Academy of the Philippines, Educational Development Project Implementing Task Force, National Science Teaching Instrumentation Center, and Instructional Materials Council Secretariat. So DepEd is responsible for K-12 program. Next, the second structural components of our education system. Commission and Higher Education, known as CHED. Okay. This is the logo of CHED. Okay. We will go now to CHED organizational structure. As you can see, okay, here is first the above portion. We have Office of the Chairperson or the Commissioners and Higher Education Development Fund staff, International Affairs staff, and Office of the Executive Director. Next. Okay, so CHED has its own objectives. First, okay, so these are the objectives of CHED. The overall societal goal is the attainment of inclusive growth and sustainable development, while the higher education subsector goals are A. The formation of high-level human resource engineering and generation adaptation. B. The transfer of knowledge and technology for national development and global competitiveness. C. Improve the relevance of higher education institutions, programs, systems, and research to respond to the trust of the Philippine Development Plan. D. Upgrade the quality of higher education institutions, programs, and systems in the country towards achieving international standards. Next. And broaden access to quality higher education of these who seek it. Efficiently and effectively manage the higher education system, transparency, and integrity in its programs and activities at its own commitment to moral ascendancy and strengthen the Commission on Higher Education and other major stakeholders. So, CHED has its own powers and functions. The first power and functions of CHED: formulate and recommend development plans, policies, priorities, and programs in higher education. Formulate and recommend development plans, policies, priorities, and programs on research. The first power focused on the programs on higher education, and the second power focused on research. The third, recommend to executive and legislative branches priorities and grants in higher education and research. Then fourth, set minimum standards for programs and institutions of higher learning recommended by panels of experts in the field and subject to public hearing and enforce the same. Then 5, monitor and evaluate the performance of programs and institutions. 6, identify, support, and develop potential centers of excellence in program areas. Then, CHED is responsible in the formulation and implementation of policies, plans, and programs for the development and efficient operation of a higher education system in the country. So, CHED is responsible, of course, the universities and the colleges has its own policies, plans, and programs for them to regulate their institution to become more efficient and effective in their operations, to become efficient in serving the education in our country, so that the students will be globally competitive. So the CHED is primarily mandated to bring about an expanded and enhanced career and life opportunities for students. As what I have said earlier, that CHED aims to have a globally competitive lifelong learner. So it brings about the expanded and enhanced career and life opportunities for students. So each student has its own opportunity to choose their own course. The school or the institution or the universities give it all the career they want to have in the future. So they have their lot of opportunities to bring it on to so that their mind will be expanded and the students will have more opportunities in the future. Next channel. So also we have here the private higher education institution. CHED also has its own. It also have the state universities or municipal colleges, and also we have a private sector. But all of these are under the observation of CHED. Private higher education institutions established under the Corporation Code, governed by the special laws and general provision of this code, covered by the policies, standards, and guidelines set by CHED in terms of programs, offering curriculum, administration, and faculty academic qualifications. So the private institutions should follow these guidelines, which are given by the CHED for them to operate legally. So they need to follow the special laws and guidelines and codes for them to operate and give the best for their stakeholder and for especially to their students. Next. So the third component or the structural organization will be the TESDA. Okay. As you can see, these are in the picture, these are the courses offered by the TESDA. Okay. We have SMAO or welding and bartending and automotive and many more. There are a lot of courses offered by TESDA. So, this is the organizational chart of TESDA. TESDA board. Under the TESDA board, we have Office of the Executive Director General. Okay. TESDA stands for Technical Education and Skills Development Authority. So, TESDA is the government agency tasked to manage and supervise the technical education and skills development in the Philippines. It was created by virtue of Republic Act 7796, otherwise known as the Technical Education and Skills Development Act of 1994. So, TESDA is mandated to integrate, coordinate, and monitor skills development programs. Second, restructure efforts to promote and develop middle-level manpower and improve skills, standards, and tests. TESDA is also mandated to develop an accreditation system for institutions involved in middle-level manpower development, fund programs and projects for technical education and skills development, and assess trainers' training programs. So, as we can see, we have trainers who assess our students. So, the core business of TESDA is crucial to TESDA's roles as a TVET authority in the country is its capacity to steer and provide guidance to the sector, with the end in view of setting out clear directions and establishing priorities. The availability of timely, relevant, and accurate information is of essence. Okay, next. Okay. TESDA has evolved into an organization that is responsive, effective, and efficient in delivering myriad services to its clients. To accomplish its multi-pronged mission, the TESDA board has been formulating strategies and programs geared towards yielding the highest impact on manpower development in various areas, industry, sectors, and institutions. So that is the overall goal of TESDA, for them to produce a effective and efficient programs to their clients. So that would be all to my report about the organizational structure in the Philippine education. And before I end my report, let me say thank you.